My mom was the third of 10 siblings and the first girl, but she had 3 younger sisters, and one of them, my Aunt Lita, is visiting us today.
You're watching the Bare Pantry Show.
Let me give you a little bit of background about my mom's family really quickly first before I bring Joe into the conversation. So my grandparents had 10 kids. 2 of them passed away early. One was a boy that passed away right after childbirth. The other one was a girl, which is under Lita. So Lita was the second girl. This girl was the third girl. And her name was Barbara Marie, just like me. I was named after her. That's why I love my name. She passed away at age 6 from diphtheria. And then later on, my grandmother had another daughter. She's the second to the last child. And that's my Aunt Jenny. And then my Uncle Roger is the baby. So there's a lot of boys in between. Since they all grew up, though, a bunch of them have left us already. My Uncle Norman, my mom, and my Uncle Les. It's a lot, huh, baby? 5 out of the 10 is gone. Anyways, the reason why I brought Joe into the conversation is because my Aunt Lita, the one that's visiting, is the one that actually introduced us. So let me tell you about my Aunt Lita first before I show you the clips. My Aunt Lita has 5 children. My cousin Effie, you've seen her on the show all the time. She's the oldest. And then she has a daughter in Belize, that's the second oldest. Then another daughter who lives in Arizona right now, Marcy. You've seen her too. She kind of favors Effie. You're going to see her in an upcoming video really soon because she's coming to California for her birthday. And her birthday is like July 3rd. So I think like around right after the 4th, right, Joe? We're going to go to a party?
Something like that.
Yeah. And then she has a son, which is my cousin Jay. He's a junior. My little internet niece is calling. And then she has another daughter, Crystal. So Effie, the oldest, and the youngest, Crystal, are the 2 that are visiting today. Crystal came with her husband and her 2 children, and we made burritos. Take a look. The belly full, it had one big jug of coconut water.
Okay. You got her coconut water?
I'm going to tell you about drink coconut water.
You don't want any cake right now or do wait? Wait, okay. Crystal!
What kind of cake is it?
That's bad.
Really?
She want to get you Camaro, so she want to get that Camaro.
She knows she cute. Right, baby? As I said, just trying to make too much noise back there with the impact sometime.
Just trying to disturb this child's sleep.
So I'm so glad that we made burritos because that dish was so versatile. If you didn't want to eat a burrito, you could use the beef with the Mexican rice or the Spanish rice and put a platter together and even put some refried beans. You could make Belizean garnaches by frying some corn tortilla, put the refried beans, the enchiladas sauce, and some more cheese on top. We could make enchiladas out of it, right? And the burritos and a quesadilla. So I was test trying this with a small group because I want to have a birthday party this year. And if I end up having the party, I want to know what to serve because I don't just want it to be rice and beans, right? Girl, let me tell you, I am not serving no burrito. No way, no sir, no ma'am. It takes too much serving. Because Joe had to help me heat up the tortilla. Then you have to know what the people want on top of their burrito because not everybody wants everything, right? Then I had to do the folding and then Joe had to toast it on the comal and then the people get it hot and then, or you put the sauce. Oh no, For my birthday party, I just want to look cute. Look cute and talk to people and run my mouth. That's what I want to do. Anyways, the reason I brought Joe in is because I want Joe to share really quickly with me how we met. Because we met through my Aunt Lita. All right, so Joe, tell really quickly the part where Lita called you. Oh, wait. Let me get the background how you knew Lita. You knew Lita through her husband, right? Is that how you met my Aunt Lita? Through her husband, Philip. And Lita and Philip were married for 15 years and then divorced for almost 20. And then they got back together like in 2012. But Joe knew Philip through some of Philip's cousins. And so that's how he got introduced to Lita. All right? So then Philip went for his reserve weekend.
Philip went on his reserve weekend because he was in the Army Reserve. And so I just come home from work. It's around, I would say it was around 6 o'clock. I come home, take a shower. I was laying down in my bed watching TV when her aunt called and asked me if I could take her over to her.
So by then it was close to 8 o'clock as you were resting.
Right. She called me and said, "Can you take me over to my sister?" I said, "For what?" "Oh, I want to go pick up some rice spoon." I said, "Man, you know what? I just come home. I'm tired. I just take a shower. I don't go out when take a shower. I stay home. Then she keep, please take me over there.
Because she didn't drive and she still doesn't
Right.
drive.
So I said, I'm not into that. So I'll tell you one thing. So I'll introduce you to my niece. I said, what?
And she bigged me up. She said she's real cute. She's real pretty.
Yeah, all that kind of good thing. So I said, okay. I take her over there.
Did you go because of that part though, or
Because-
just because she was bugging?
No, because of that part.
Continue.
Nah,
Conti-
I don't want you to feel like you that.
No, continue because it gets worse. Continue.
So I went over there and she introduced me to her sister.
Which is my mom.
And introduced me to her and the rest of the kids, her
My
brothers.
older
and-
brother, my younger sister. My mom had just had my younger brother. He was a baby.
Right, so I was there and everybody talking and stuff like that. So
Did you get some rice pudding? My mom served you some rice pudding, right?
Right. So after that, we never stay too long. We stay maybe about 30 minutes the most.
That's
And
true.
Then we said, I was still by and I was walking out and she get up. and
Joe, please, Joe.
No, seriously. I mean, she was talking up a storm and all. So I was talking to her.
This
and
didn't
all.
happen. This didn't
Listen,
happen.
listen, folks. And she walked me, because it's like those apartment that is, what you call it? Oh, it's big apartment that is not circular, go way around, maybe got maybe 50 unit. So there was maybe in the middle. So she was walking me out to the front.
It was like 20 units. It did slide to get bigger and bigger. Go ahead.
And so pretty soon she looked at me and then I feel somebody just touch against
You
me.
didn't even know how to tell the damn lie. Go ahead.
No. And she said, I get what I want.
Oh my God.
And she checked me and pushed me against the wall and she put me a wet kiss, folks, I tell you.
Now, Sita, stop it.
So I said, I froze because I said,
Why did I bring him into?
What's going on here? And she was, 17 and 3/4 at
No,
the time.
Joe, stop lying. Let me tell a real story. So he came with my Aunt Lita. He didn't even look at me, okay? And I saw him and he was nice looking. He had body by Fisher. And I wondered if the mine was by Mattel or what, right? So my Aunt Lita said, you want his number? And she opened her they had phone book back in them days. And she said, boop, and close it, boop, and close it. But I'm sharp with numbers. So I got his number. I could probably still remember that damn number, Joe. And I called him and he answered the phone and he didn't remember who the heck I was. And then I reminded him and his thought, he told me this, so this is not a lie.
They get
He
you
said,
right?
that little girl with the Coke bottle bottom glasses is calling me? Why? I didn't even pay her no mind. That part's true, right? Am I lying?
That part's true.
See? So anyways, I talked to him for about 3 weeks. And then I invited him to come to one of my little singing recital thingies. And he showed up. And then I invited him to another one and he showed up with his brother, right? Roy, right? And then by then I turned 18. We never met outside of him coming to the apartment because I was 1 month away from being, this was July 14th. I was 1 month away from being 18, August 14th. And then I turned 18, all right? And that's when he would come pick me up from music class, and that's where the first kiss happened. And it wasn't no me push him up against no wall in a no apartment like I'm so. I'm desperate then.
She pushed me against the wall like this. And she put a wet one on me, I tell you.
Stop it.
She put a wet one on me.
Stop it.
So I tell her, I freeze. I said, what's going on? She said, I get whatever I want. I said, okay.
All right, so let me continue another story. So that's how we met. It's not, we didn't meet in no nightclub.
It's
We,
not
you
true,
know,
folks. I
we didn't
must
meet at no
not say that.
backyard party. It's not true. He finally said it's like he always does that to embarrass me. And sometimes I get embarrassed when he's telling it to church people. Man, I get embarrassed. So, where were we? Yeah, so that's the story of how we met, because I'm trying to round off this vlog to reintroduce ourselves to the old people and introduce ourselves to the new people. So that's how we met, and we've been together ever since. And we've been married 37 years. December coming will make 38. I got married when I was 20. He was 29. Now he's about to be 67 and I'm going to be 58. And I am so happy. Our marriage don't have any ups and downs. People always ask us that. Was there ups and downs and hardships? No kind of hardships in our relationship. Hardships in money.
Yeah,
it's always been money hardships, but not with our children, not with ourselves in our relationship. And I'm happy that God gave me Joe. I'm really happy that God gave me Joe. I don't think there is anything that he wouldn't do for me. And I'm always mindful not to take advantage of that. You know what I mean? Like, just to give you an example, we went to Costco a couple days ago, and he asked me, do you want a hot dog? And so when we shopped and we went outside to get the food, I assumed he wanted a hot dog, and I was the one that went to go pay, because you have to like scan your card first when it's outside, and then it's a lot. So Joe doesn't really know how to do it. And I was looking at him to get his attention, to ask him in sign language, do you want a hot dog or do you want pizza? And he wasn't looking at me at all. He was trying to find somewhere to sit. And so I bought 2 hot dogs. And I brought it to the table and I said, I didn't know what you wanted, so I bought 2 hot dogs because you asked me if I wanted a hot dog, so I assumed that that's what you wanted too. And he says, no, I didn't want a hot dog. I wanted a slice of pizza, but it's okay, I'll eat it. And he sat down. He went in the line to get the food because I was now going to take care of the cart. And as he was walking towards the line, it hit me that if it were me in his situation, he would never, ever, ever allow me to eat that hot dog knowing that I didn't want it. He would go back and buy that pizza. And so I had to stop, call him, because he was already in the line, and I said, why don't you come out the line, combine the groceries, and let me go back and buy again, and I'm going to buy the pizza because you wouldn't do that to me. Just something simple like that. That I always try to pay attention to the fact that, would Joe do that to me? You wouldn't do that to me.
It wasn't a big matter, because I mean,
no, he wasn't upset, but I know the hot dogs give him indigestion. I know that the hot dogs give you indigestion, so why wouldn't I fix the problem? You know, and that's how Joe is. He's a problem solver. He just found a shirt online. I don't know where to buy it. It says, if Joseph can't fix it, we are all screwed. And that sums up the entire history of Joseph right here. This Joseph.
Is that right?
This Joseph right here.
Yeah,
so that's how we met, through my Aunt Lita. So when Aunt Lita came, Joe was like giving her a lot of gifts. You know, you want this? You want this sweets? You want this cup I made? You want this plate I made? You want this? You want this? You want this? You want this? And then I think it was Effie. Was it Effie that says, what happened to me? Am I chopped liver? You're not offering me nothing. And he says, I have to take care of Leets, because without her, I would have never met my beautiful boo.
This is the Beth Andrews Show.
How long we together?
Together? Almost 40 years. July 14th will make 40 years.
You know what happened, folks? Why we be together so long? You put a spell on me.
I put a spell on you.